android's brain. Give it to me. Not a chance.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Flash Season 4 Arrow Season 6. So we've had some big news about the two-night crossover, which will definitely include people from the Flash, Arrow, Legends Tomorrow, and maybe Supergirl, but they did mislead us last year, so I'm not hoping out the kind of characters from Supergirl, because at best we're probably just going to get one or two, so I'm not really including it as a Supergirl crossover until we see something. So we are getting Crisis on Earth X, which is a parallel world where the Nazis won the Second World War. So it's going to be very interesting. So we got a comic book cover last night, which is quite surprising, quite randomly. Artwork for the crossover, I love it when they do this comic book artwork. So it was by Phil, who I can't remember his surname. He did a lot of the Wonder Woman stuff back in the early 2000s. The design invokes the cover of Justice League 207, which was the 20th anniversary JLA and JSA crossover. Our 10-year-old sleeve are in heaven, said executive producer Andrew Kreisberg and Mark Guggenheim in a statement. Phil was the perfect choice to bring the comic book cover of this idea to life. You can count on one hand the number of artists which could represent so many characters in a singular image. It's a pretty stunning image. So within the crossover, you would see alternate versions of many characters. So we already know why Melissa Benoist and Stephen Amell teased new suits. Some people alluded to the fact that they're getting new suits in their seasons, but it just looks like they're getting new suits for the crossover. And maybe the new trick shot will most likely be the kind of thing that you would have seen in the intro that I did with the trick shot with the alternate version, evil like Oliver Queen using it, which will be awesome. So we have Ray. Ray is a new character that's coming. So the CW version of the Ray is described as a reporter who is exposed to a generic light bomb that gives him light-based powers. The Ray is recruited by Uncle Sam, and the Freedom Fighters fight violence wherever it exists. So we're not sure. I mean, I can just assume he'd be like Dr. Light that we had in an early season of The Flash, maybe at best. It went on to say the heroes and villains of Earth X will also appear on Freedom Fighters. The Ray, an animated series set on Earth X, starring the Ray. No word yet on whether Uncle Sam, the Ray, and the other Freedom Fighters may show up in aid to help the superheroes. So we've got a pretty cool image, like a comic book image, which we see Firestorm, we see the Ray, Supergirl, and then we see an alternate version of her called Overgirl, which is going to be quite interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing an alternate version of Supergirl. I think I might like this version than the current one. So Green Arrow, we have an alternate version of Green Arrow, which some people say is Prometheus, but let's be honest, guys, they're not bringing Prometheus back. So it most likely just be Oliver Queen in a different suit, as we know he's getting a new suit. The Flash and the alternate version of the Flash, which looks kind of cool. He looks like the Reverse Flash, but he's not. Like, you see the two S's on his suit for the Nazi Secret Service, and the mask that everyone, including me, thought was Sandman. Looks like it's just going to be the cow for the Flash Nazi kind of version, which is pretty cool. We see Zara and what looks like Malcolm Merlin, who everyone thought died in the finale, but that's never going to be confirmed. We know they can bring characters back, so it's kind of pointless characters dying in the Arrowverse, to be honest. And we also know that Malcolm Merlin, aka John Barrowman, is coming back for a special episode. Could this actually be that special episode? So Barry and Iris is getting married, which seems to be the centric piece for the crossover, which is called Not Alex and Kara Centric, which the showrunners implied earlier in an early interview. It can't be based around the Danvers sisters, in my opinion, because it's about Crisis on Earth X, which isn't referring to Crisis on Infinite Earth like some people might think. That would be too big for the show, but I just personally think they were saying Alex and Kara instead of Barry and Iris. You can't have a crossover based on two characters that probably won't even show up that much. I mean, Supergirl will, but I'm not sure if Alex is going to be on there too much. We also see Captain Cold, Black Canary, the Dinah Drake version, Mr. Terrific, Wild Dog, and Killer Frost. The posting confirms that basically no one died on the Arrow season finale, which was quite obvious for a CW show, to be honest. So it's basically like a CW doing the Justice League versus the Dark Justice League, although they can't officially call it the Justice League. or the Crime Syndicate. It's basically like the CW Justice League versus the kind of evil Nazi version of themselves, which is going to be quite cool, but I don't think they can call it like the Justice League or the Crime Syndicate. It'll most likely be a 3 version, but they've not really said much, but it's going to be pretty cool to find out the information. So we've had an official synopsis that goes like this. With all the heroes in town to celebrate Barry and Iris's wedding, villains from Earth X crash the festivities with a deadly agenda. So the reason why I say it can't be based around Alex or Kara Danvers is because in the synopsis it would say something about them two. If the whole premise of this whole crossover is they're all going to Barry and Iris's wedding, how come it based around one character that hasn't even met them already? So that just makes no absolute sense to me. I'm really looking forward to seeing the alternate versions of The Flash, of Supergirl, of Arrow. It's going to be pretty cool. It really will be pretty cool. And I don't understand how the CW said that they can't do better than Aliens, because at the moment this crossover looks a lot better than the Aliens version, because that was kind of all over the place. But hopefully they can execute this. So there's going to be lots more information coming out in the next couple of weeks. This won't air till November the 27th, which is 10 days after the Justice League movie comes out. So November is looking pretty awesome for comic book fans. And we also have Thor Ragnarok, which comes out at the end of October, which is also going to be freaking cool. So guys, let me know in the comment box down below. What do you think? Do you think the evil version of Oliver will be Prometheus, or will it be Green Arrow? Because if it's an evil version of yourself, it would be a bit silly for them to make it Prometheus, because Oliver wasn't Prometheus, and the same with reverse Flash. The evil version of the Flash would be the Flash, so it's going to be pretty cool. I'm not like overhyping it or anything, but it does look pretty cool at best. But yeah, it should be pretty cool. Anyway guys, please like, subscribe and comment if you want to support the channel, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.